What is ping? P-I-N-G. How this ping works? So we'll understand this ping in this discussion. You might have heard about, this ping when your friend says, okay, do ping me on my WhatsApp, do ping me on my Facebook. That is, this word is so popular, even the normal users are using it. So this ping is all related to networking. If you are from computer science or networking, this ping is the most used command of all. Let us understand the full form. P is for packet, I-N for internet, and G for Groper or Groper. So this ping is a computer network administration software utility, or just a command you can say, but this is very powerful. This is to understand the latency between two networks, two systems, to know whether the route is possible or not, to know whether your network interface card is working, to know in between routers and switches are working, whether it is on internet, whether is it on your local network. So this is all about knowing the latency and the network troubleshooting issues. So as I said, this ping is perhaps the most widely and commonly used tool, utility or a command to troubleshoot a network. Very handy tool. Okay. Now, the first thing what we do is do ping. We have a command prompt. If you are using a Windows operating system, just write ping in front of command prompt and just write the IP address. And the basis of ping is ICMP. Ping uses Internet Control Message Protocol for the network health knowing. So ping is just sending packets. Basically these are ICMP packets. They go to the destination specified by the IP address in front of ping. Those packets come back, are received, and that is how we know what is the time taken, what is the round trip time, what is the latency, what is the time to live, how many packets were received, how many packets were dropped. So this ping, whenever it is done, it uses ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol, and it reports errors, problems, and also provide information which is related to the Internet Protocol packet processing. It may be your network interface card. You want to know whether it is working or not. You can ping the local host or 127.0.0.1. Okay. So this starts whenever the ping works. It starts by sending an ICMP echo request message to the specified IP address. For example, in the command prompt you write ping and then the IP address. It can be an IP address, it can be a URL also, like google.com, youtube.com, anything, right? Which will ultimately be converted to IP address only. So whenever this ICMP echo request goes, it can be on a network, your or other, or it can be on internet. Whenever the server or the IP that is being sent, when it gets this ICMP echo request, they reply by ICMP echo reply. So ICMP echo request is replied by ICMP echo reply only if the destinations are reachable. There is a proper route between them. There is a way to travel from destination 1 to destination 2. So what is the round trip time? This ping calculates that of the data packets from source to destination and back, and also determines whether any packet were lost during the trip, what was the time of the trip, what is the packet dropping, what is the percentage, and what is the time to live for any packet in that particular case scenario. So what exactly is going on? Let me take you one more step ahead. So whenever we ping and we write an IP, what actually is being sent? Only 4 packets. These packets, when you get the reply from that 10.10.100.1, it shows that the byte size, that is the packet size, is 32. It took less than 1 millisecond for the packet from source to destination and then destination to source back. So this is the time, 1 millisecond. If you are say online gaming person, it will be good. If it is 500 ms, it will not be good. Then how many packets are sent, how many received? It will not always be the case. You will see send is 4, received maybe 2. So the time like the 500 millisecond can come, 30, 50 millisecond can come, the received packet may be less, it will never be higher. And if it is less, if the time is higher, from here only you can know what is going on. So how ping works, what is ping? First thing is ping is a command. It is a network utility. It is a tool. Packet Internet Groper is the full form. That is, you want to know there is a host, there is a destination, you want to know whether it is reachable or not. So ping uses ICMP packets. There are 4 packets which actually goes to the destination specified by the IP address and they come back. So all this information like how much time it took to go and come back, how many packets actually came back, how many were lost, what is the time to live. So all these statistics of your network or of your route from one place to another is shown by ping using the background protocol, which is the Internet Control Message Protocol, ICMP. Okay. So this is all the information. For example, you have sent 4 packets and only 2 were received. This is ping does that. That means network may be congested, or there may be some firewall dropping the packets, or there may be various reasons. So in your command prompt, what do? You write ping and followed by the IP address. It can be a URL also, like google.com, youtube.com, or say altavista.com. So here we are taking an example of a IP, 10.10.100.1. So by default, ping does what? On Windows, it sends 4 ICMP request packets, 4, going and coming back. So when this host 10.10.100.1 is reachable, if you are able to reach that, it will reply 4 ICMP reply packets, getting request and then replying. So this is the reply, this is the whole procedure which takes place. So if the packets are not received, router, switch or ISP, there may be error in any of this, even in your network interface card. So how many packets are sent, how many received, this give you a glimpse. How much time does it take for the packet to go and come? This also gives you some important information. So this is all about the statistics of the network health, the network connection. Alright. So in this case, remote host has replied within 1 millisecond. That means the network is not congested. How about time is 500 millisecond or maybe even more than that? As a user, or say, you want to do some gaming, it is not advisable for you. You will not use it. So there are certain parameters or added content which you can use using ping. So these all is the listing of all the possibilities you can use after ping. So if you want to understand how this will come, just write ping /?. All this listing will come. That is what you can use. For example, IPv4, you only want to use 4, IPv6 6 with a dash. Now ping, you can write the IP address also. You can write say google.com. Ultimately this google.com will be converted into 8.8.8.8, that is the DNS, domain naming system. So DNS will also be checked. See, there are multiple things ping does. It will tell you the network health. It will tell you whether your NIC is working or not. It will tell you whether your hardware is working or not, or whether your DNS is working properly or not. Okay. So there are multiple things ping can do. So what happens whenever you do this, you will not always get this black screen like what I showed you. There will be certain error messages that can pop up. That is why you use ping. Ping is for network health. So when you use this destination host unreachable, what does it mean? It means you have sent the packet, you are not receiving it. Okay. Before that, let me tell you one more thing. Ping, 127.0.0.1, this is for local host. You can also write local host here. That means you will know that your network interface card is working fine. There is no error. But if you're not getting ping reply from your local host, there will be some problem. Okay. So if you check NIC, if you just write IP and you're not getting messages, that may be problem in hardware. So destination host unreachable, this could mean that either the PC doesn't have a route to the destination you are trying to ping, or to the remote router doesn't have a route to it. If the message only says destination host unreachable, there is no route from your PC. If it says a reply from some IP address, the issue is with the router. Destination host unreachable. You might get a message called general failure error. If you're getting this message, there may be a problem with your PC or laptop network card or your wireless adapter. You need to check your device driver and make sure that your device has a proper IP address. Okay? A proper IP address has to be there. So these are general error messages. For example, a request timeout. This message means the destination you are attempting to ping is unreachable. If it's definitely operational, the problem might be a firewall or the destination might be dropping ping packets. Most of the time, this message is due to a firewall. So be sure to check your settings when you get this request timeout. Most of the time, it is because of firewall. There may be other reasons. I'm not saying always, but most of the time, it is because of the firewall. Okay, then the next message that can come or error message can come is unknown host. So if the IP address for the host you are pinging can't be resolved, you are likely to get this message. Basically, it means that the name server of the domain isn't recognized. For example, not Google, but you type google.com. So there is a problem in DNS. So make sure you have the correct name server. If you do, the issue might lie with the name resolution process itself, at which point you will need to check on the availability of status of the DNS or WINS server. Okay, so ping uses ICMP, packet sending, packet receiving, and all the statistics it gives you to understand what is the health of my network. I hope you have a better idea of ping now. Thank you so much.